The interesting thing is that inside of us is that kind of greatness, all of us, that unique look at life. Every one of us, I believe it, right? There are ways I try to facilitate extraordinary. Maybe catching a plane this morning to be here tonight, maybe that's one of my own crazy ideas, right? But there are other more organized ways. And Rick mentioned Capital Club, a weekly lecture to keep you sharp, right? It's an hour-long lecture. It's happening tonight by two of my students because I'm here. And it's a lecture worth listening to, right? The Master Series, I've taken a lot of time to put a lot of stuff in educational form that you should listen to. There have been students of mine that will listen to this entire series 20 times because it's sort of the entrepreneur's guide of what we need to know. Every tool, every strategy, everything you need to know, it's in the Master Series, right? So there's a lot to that. You're not going to go through that casually, believe me, right? Right? The hands-on tour of properties in Seattle, we have a day a year where I tour students by over 100 buildings in a day. That's about as many as I think we got 107 one year. But in a day, when we pull up in the vans, we get out, we look at them, and I go, okay, put on your thinking cap. And we go through every detail of that building from start to finish. And then we hop in the van and go to the next one. 100 in a day. You'll start learning, you'll start feeling how this works, right? That's why we do it, because we're visual kinesthetic learners. Power players, Robert and Rick, this whole family is going to be in Power Players at Whistler. But Walt has been to Power Players, Bear has been to Power Players, Rick, of course, has been to Power Players. It's an intensive. It'll ring you out. It's left brain, right brain. It's an intense event. I've taught it 27 times now. And I can tell you there's 1,118 Power Players in this country. Just for fun, name any city besides here. Just name a city, any big city. New York. New York? Asa Williams is killing New York, Power Player. Name a city, go ahead.
Chicago.
Chicago, oh my God. Jim Marashi, Ryan McIntyre. I could name every Power Player in this country, in every city in this country, and they're killing. They think differently. They have a toolbox that's different. And so, I teach it once a year now, and it's at Whistler this year, and it's an intensive. And this thing in Las Vegas, it's just one of those things that's hard to describe, but you put a couple hundred entrepreneurs in a room that think this way in one 3-day stretch, and I grabbed 21 of the best that are up front for their hour to just say, here it is. They buy their own ticket, they buy their own room, they buy their own food, they have nothing to sell, they're there to give. But these are extraordinary people who show up. Walt has spoke at the All-Star. Nobody will ever forget that speech. Rick has spoke at the All-Star. And so this is once a year in October. It's a room full of the most amazing entrepreneurs in this country. You should be there. Last thought, then we're going to leave. What if this whole thing, from start to finish, your life, my life, what if it really was never about you? What if it really wasn't about you? We all even call it your life, but what if it really was not about you? What if it was about who's watching? Because I got to tell you, at home I've got 7 kids, 5 of them are still at home. They're watching. Every second they're watching. I'm very aware that what I do isn't really about me. It's about what they're seeing and how they're dealing with it. I've got a lot of students all over this country that watch me. I'm aware of it. Are you aware of how many people are watching you? And when you are, you realize it's really not about you. It's about what are you going to leave with the adventure you have. At least that's what I think. And ultimately, it comes down to this incredible choice, I think. And I don't know. You tell me if it's that simple, right? To me, it is that simple. There's no trying this. Just do it, or have the guts to say, I'm not going to do it. Do it or don't do it. I don't know that there's this middle ground of just kind of screwing around with it. That doesn't count. Do it or don't do it.